Ever wonder what it would be like to be hunted by a monster from the past? In this video, we'll meet 7 extinct predators so terrifying that if they were alive today, we would be on their menu. From a shark the size of a bus to a bear taller than a house, these prehistoric beasts were apex predators of their time. Get ready for jaw-dropping facts and a trip to a world where humans would stand no chance. Thank goodness these hunters are long gone. An illustration of the giant short-faced bear, Arctodus, roaring in its prehistoric habitat. This giant bear was one of the scariest predators of the Ice Age. Weighing over 1,500 pounds, 680 kilograms, and standing up to 12 feet, 3.7 meters tall when on its hind legs, Arctodus towered over any human. It wasn't just big, it was built for speed. Scientists estimate it could run 40 miles per hour, 64 kilometers per hour, about as fast as a racehorse. No human could outrun or outfight this beast. With its powerful jaws and long claws, a single swipe or bite could dispatch prey instantly. If you were a human in North America during its time, you'd pray you never encountered this nightmare bear on your path. A depiction of the flightless terror bird attacking prey with its massive beak. Meet Phorusrhacos, aptly nicknamed the terror bird. These flightless predatory birds roamed South America millions of years ago, and they were truly fearsome. Standing about 10 feet 3 meters tall, they towered over most humans. Instead of flight, nature gave them a weapon, a massive beak like an axe for slashing prey. One strike from that beak could crush a bone and inflict deadly wounds, easily taking down animals or an unlucky human. Despite their size, terror birds were fast, capable of running up to 60 miles per hour. For comparison, the fastest humans reach about 28 miles per hour, and even ostriches, today's tallest birds, top out around 43 miles per hour. You couldn't outrun this bird. Imagine a 10-foot tall predator sprinting after you, using its beak as a hatchet. A truly horrifying thought. No wonder we call it the terror bird. Titanoboa, illustrated in the swamp, showing its immense length compared to ancient turtles. If you're afraid of snakes, Titanoboa will haunt your nightmares. This prehistoric megasnake slithered through tropical jungles about 60 million years ago. It could grow up to 42 feet long, nearly 13 meters. That's as long as a school bus, and weighed over a ton. 1,000 kilograms. For reference, the largest living snakes, green anacondas, max out around 30 feet, meaning Titanoboa was in a league of its own. Titanoboa lurked in swamps and rivers, where it would ambush anything that came near the water. With its immense size and muscle power, it killed by constriction, wrapping around prey and squeezing with incredible force until nothing could breathe. It could swallow crocodiles whole, so a human would be a mere appetizer. You can imagine how easy it would snatch a person and crush them in its coils. This snake was like a living boa constrictor on steroids, and we are definitely grateful it's no longer lurking in the undergrowth. Smilodon, often called the saber-toothed tiger, was a legendary big cat that prowled the Americas during the Ice Age. It was built like a modern lion on steroids, muscular and powerful. Some species of Smilodon weigh up to 750 pounds, 340 kilograms, making it heavier and more robust than today's lions or tigers. It's a trademark feature, 2 massive canine teeth protruding from its upper jaw, up to about 1 foot, 30 centimeters long. These sabers were as sharp as knives and could slice through flesh with ease. Smilodon was an ambush hunter. It likely stalked in thick brush or forests and pounced on large prey like bison and camels. Instead of a long chase, it would use its muscular forelimbs to wrestle the prey down, then deliver a precision throat bite with those saber teeth, effectively slashing the windpipe or arteries. The prey would bleed out, and Smilodon would dine at leisure. Now imagine if a saber-toothed cat was lurking outside today. With its size and ambush skill, humans would be defenseless, especially if we stumbled into its hunting grounds. Early humans must have trembled at the roar of a Smilodon, and we can be thankful that this ferocious feline disappeared around 10,000 years ago. A jaw reconstruction of Megalodon, showing its gigantic mouth that could swallow a person whole. Meet Megalodon, the largest shark to ever haunt the oceans. If you think great white sharks are big, Megalodon was a whole lot bigger. It could reach lengths up to 60 feet, 18 meters, about 3 times longer than a great white. In fact, you could fit an entire elephant or a car in its jaws. Its teeth alone were up to 7 inches, 18 centimeters long, as large as a human hand. With a bite force estimated to be one of the most powerful in history, this shark could chomp through bone and flesh like it was butter. Paleontologists have found Megalodon bite marks on fossil whale bones, evidence that it feasted on whales, even biting their heads off. Essentially, anything that swam in the ocean was potential prey. Now imagine going for a swim or a boat ride and knowing a 60-foot sea monster might be lurking below. It would make even the bravest think twice. Megalodon ruled the ancient seas around 23 to 3 million years ago, and thankfully, it's long extinct. Today's oceans are scary enough with great whites, but at least we don't have a super shark that could swallow us whole, roaming the depths. Illustration of Deinosuchus ambushing a dinosaur at the water's edge. Deinosuchus was basically a crocodile on megasteroids, the biggest croc-like predator to ever live. Its name literally means terrible crocodile, and one look at its stats explains why. Deinosuchus grew up to 40 feet 12 meters long, about the length of a city bus, and weighed as much as 15,000 pounds, 7+ tons, comparable to a fully grown T-Rex. Just imagine a crocodilian as heavy as a Tyrannosaurus. Lurking in the rivers and swamps of the late Cretaceous 75 million years ago, Deinosuchus would hunker down near the water and launch itself at anything that came to drink. It had a 6-foot-long jaw lined with huge, conical teeth, perfect for crushing bone. In fact, its bite was so powerful, it could crush the bones of even the largest dinosaurs that dared to come for a sip of water. It likely preyed on duck-billed dinosaurs, turtles, fish, basically anything it wanted. If you were a thirsty human by a Cretaceous waterhole, you wouldn't stand a chance. You'd be yanked underwater in seconds by an invisible giant. Modern crocodiles and alligators are dangerous enough, but Deinosuchus was like their supersized evil twin. Stepping near the water's edge back then was a death wish, and we can all be grateful this terror croc is long gone. A reconstruction of Tyrannosaurus rex, one of the most feared land predators ever. We couldn't end the list without the T-Rex, perhaps the most famous predator that ever lived. Tyrannosaurus rex was truly the king of tyrants in the late Cretaceous period. It measured over 40 feet, 12 meters in length, and weighed around 7 to 9 tons, as much as a truckload of elephants. Standing about 12 feet tall at the hips, this two-legged terror dominated its environment as an apex predator. T-Rex had a colossal head full of banana-sized teeth, thick, serrated daggers perfect for crushing and tearing flesh. Its bite force was the strongest of any land animal known, capable of delivering over 6 tons of pressure in a single chomp. To put that in perspective, it could bite through a car as easily as we bite through an apple. If a T-Rex were hunting you, running wouldn't save you. It could likely run around 20 miles per hour, 32 kilometers an hour, and even if you hid, its keen sense of smell would sniff you out. There's just no escape from a hungry T-Rex. It would spot you with its sharp vision, thunder towards you with earth-shaking footsteps, and one bite would be the end. You'd be lunch. Thankfully, this tyrant lizard died out 66 million years ago and exists only in museums and movies. We can all breathe a sigh of relief that will never become a T-Rex's next meal. From gigantic bears and killer birds to monster snakes and super sharks, these extinct predators remind us just how dangerous life on Earth once was. It's almost impossible to imagine living in a world where a casual trip outside might end with being stalked by a 40-foot reptile or ambushed by a saber-toothed cat. Thankfully, we live in a relatively safer time. The most fearsome beasts of the past are long gone, and good riddance. Their fossils tell an incredible story of nature's power, but as fascinating as they are, We're grateful these predators only exist in our imagination today. Stay curious, stay safe, and next time you feel brave, remember, there were once creatures on this planet that would make even our worst modern predators look tame. Thank goodness they're gone.